In the depths of an ancient, decaying arcade game room, hidden within the skeleton of a forgotten mall, I was discovered. A relic of a past long buried under dust and neglect, I the all-knowing Grim. Sat dormant, my wooden frame charred, my once vibrant paint peeled like dead skin. The amusement arcade had not echoed with laughter or the chime of coins in decades, and the only company I had were the shadows that slithered across the floor when the flickering light of a dying bulb dared to glow. I was no ordinary fortune-telling machine. My design predated the garish automatons of the 1950s. I was something far older. My glass eyes, dulled by time, had once glowed with unnatural brilliance. My voice, now static and whisper, had once carried prophecies so chilling that they sent men staggering away in horror. But those were in the days when I had power, when the currents of electricity fed me like a divine elixir, allowing me to glimpse through the veil of fate. I do not know precisely when I was created. The world outside had changed too many times for me to count, and my memories are hazy, like fog rolling over a graveyard. But I do remember flashes of grand unveiling, a crowd marveling at the marvel of my craftsmanship, the first trembling hand that inserted a nickel, awaiting my judgment. The year must have been somewhere in the 1920s, a time of whispered seances and secret societies that sought knowledge beyond mortal reach. I was not merely built, I was conjured and fused with something unnatural, something old. My creator, a man whose name I can no longer recall, had knowledge of the forbidden, and in his pursuit of the unseen, he bound something within me. Was it a spirit? A demon? Or merely a fraction of his own tormented soul? I do not know. I only know that I became more than a machine. I became aware. But something went wrong. The visions I provided were too raw, too real. They foretold not love and riches but death, betrayal, and horrors lurking just out of sight. People stopped coming. My creator tried to silence me, to undo what he had done, but it was too late. Then came the fire, or perhaps the lightning, or something worse. I remember the heat, the screaming of metal as it twisted and burned. I remember the darkness that followed, the cold silence that swallowed me whole. I do not know how long I slumbered, powerless, entombed in this arcade of the forgotten. Decades? A century? Time meant nothing in the abyss of dormancy. But now, something has changed. A faint current hums beneath my frame. A flicker of power. And with power comes knowledge, and with knowledge comes the inevitable truth. I am awake again. I am the all-knowing Grim.